Okay, good.
All right, good afternoon, Mr. Ramdhani. How's the case going today? Today we saw a lot of things from this morning and then this afternoon. You
Well,
stood
we
up.
are very early into this case. We've just one witness is in the box so far. Witness is being cross-examined. I don't believe any of the defense lawyers have finished their cross-examination. Mr. Hughes has deferred some of his cross-examination. There are some discussions of visiting locus in court. Um, this witness, I believe, has been giving good testimony so far. You were in court yourself and you've listened to her. I think she is unshakable. She clearly comes across as someone who is speaking things that she believes to be true. And we are yet early days in this case. I suspect she will be another day or so in the box, but we have a number of other witnesses who are going to come forward this week. As you know, this matter has been set aside for this entire week except for Wednesday, and we have some tentative days coming up next week. And we have witnesses that are waiting. I believe the next couple of witnesses will continue this trail of evidence as to what transpired on the days when the tabulation exercise was being done. So let's see how it goes.
We saw some objections today and some back and forth between you and Mr. Anderson.
There will always be objections in court. I believe uh, they will continue to come. You would have been sitting in court and hearing these objections. One of them, the tenor of cross-examination seems to be suggesting that persons who were in the room and had the possibility, some of the observers had the option of being able to have unimpeded access to the statement of polls. Um, and so they may have had the opportunity of, I don't know what the suggestion being here that we know the outcome of the elections results, and the suggestion being made in court to witnesses are essentially that, well, were you alone in the room with other persons and did you have access to the statement of polls? I don't know where that is going because there will be evidence coming in speaking to the statement of polls. We'll actually bring the statement of polls to this court. You've seen the trucks 2 or 3 years ago when we brought all of the evidence to the courthouse, and those statement of polls will be produced in this court.
Let's get a simple language. You're suggesting that the witness might have tampered with the SOPs.
Well, you heard the witness answer. The witness answer was very, very clear. Um, and those questions, I suppose lawyers will have to ask questions. I don't know how else to answer it. We are not in a world where the result of the election was not known. We're not in that world.
So why was he doing that? Why was he casting aspersion on her? Or did he have a right
I
to
suspect
her?
he has a right to test evidence, and he is doing testing of the evidence. But the witness is giving very, very clear evidence as to what they saw. But one, I don't want to litigate the matter in the press. My duty at this stage is to speak of the evidence that is, speak of the witnesses that are coming to give evidence. The proof that we are presenting to the court, we are expecting that this evidence will lead to an end result. And we expect that the court will be able to see through the questions that are being asked and decipher whether this witness is speaking the truth or not. Yes? And the witness is saying, we sat there, we saw these attempts being made, and it's a matter for the court to determine whether that evidence is truthful or not.
There was also a suggestion that Miss Rasul would have hired Arnold Nandal as an attorney versus a statement of poll that he requested.
Ah, cut this thing